All right, I just wanted to go over a few trades from today that were, I guess anyone could claim they did well today, and most people probably did. The Dow's up 170 points. What I think is more important is how you had a good day. And I wanted to cover, I guess, some of the low risk setups that you always hear us say low risk setups, but I'm going to show you some examples of them today to show you exactly what we mean and how tight some of our stops were. So, you could have probably indiscriminately bought almost anything, the old dartboard method this morning and done well. But to me, still, I feel better taking these low risk entries because you never know. We didn't know when the market started this morning that it was going to run all day. We didn't know if it was going to roll over. So I still contend, you have hindsight now. Yeah, it was a great day. Um, but I always start my days in cash and only focus on low risk entries. So it's always nice to be back in cash and just let's go over some of them today. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. APWR. We saw this one gapping up. This one got hit real hard, okay, and finally seemed to have found support, and then today gapped up. So this one was added to our watch list this morning. I'm going to zoom in using 5-minute candles here. See if I can't use that drawing tool. I've been trying to do this. Okay, yeah, I called this. These are 5-minute candles. So it popped early to, I'm not exactly sure, I think maybe 1270. Pulled back, bounced again, put in highs of 1263 right here, okay? Then sold off again. So as it came back up, and I knew because of that gap we might get some follow through if it broke the high of the day, okay? And I don't like trading in the first 10 or 15 minutes because things are too whippy. So with that in mind, if we let all this occur first, didn't risk any money in the early crazy whippiness, right? We called this, as it was coming back up, I said if it breaks these recent highs, in other words, if it gets to 1264 right here, worst case stop below this base at I think 1247. That's a 17-cent risk, and you can see about 5 minutes later, this thing's all the way to I don't know 1310 something like that, all the way up here. Scaled out into that and moved to stop to break even very quickly, and ultimately this thing went to 1330 I think right up here. So again, the original risk was only 17 cents. But you can see 5 minutes later, we're always, anytime we start selling some, we go to a break-even stop. So we started selling here, went to a break-even stop. Let me go to another one. Go to a daily chart here. Tandem, this was a great one today. But notice the focus, please, on low-risk entries. That's the important thing. Tandem, again, it reminds you of APWR a little bit, got killed, finally found some support, and then today gapped up on earnings. I guess earnings weren't as bad as all these people were anticipating, so we thought we might have some shorts in trouble here. Using one of our favorite setups, 15-minute candles, consecutive lower tops. They almost look like perfect stair steps. As it was finished this candle, as it was starting this one, I called this, and again, it pops up as an announcement in our chat room. Little sound comes out and everything. So even if you have your speakers off, it does throw a little pop-up window up there, and alerted our members at TNDM at 1576, which would be the first break of a previous 15-minute candles high after it's already put in a few, okay, with lower tops. 1576 was my call. Worst case stop below this candle at 1565. That's only 11 cents risk. Okay, trigger right here, stop right here, 11 cents risk. And from 1576 trigger, TNDM went all the way to 1666. That's a 90-cent gain on 11 cents risk. Another great example of a low risk entry. Whoops, show you another one from today. SQNM, we've been following this one for a while, waiting for this breakout, and we got it today. We already had this on long watch today, but when it gapped up, we changed our strategy a little bit. Let me go to 5-minute candles. Okay, this Sequinome, let me get my cursor back up here. Okay, it put in a top of 463 right here after the original pullback. These are 5-minute candles. It hit 463 right here on these two 5-minute candles, okay? So I told everyone I like this at 464 right here with a worst case stop, low of day, which would be 459. That's a nickel stop, okay? And from 464, really pretty quickly up to 478 or something like that. But that nickel stop never gets hit, and from 464, sequing them all the way to 539 on a 5 cent risk. That's a huge percentage gain on 5 cents risk. And one last one to show you from today. ACE. This one had an early sell-off. Show you 5-minute candles. Very early sell-off. Called this based on fives at 48. In other words, I was looking after I noticed this sell-off early. Posted this on fives at 48.35. Let me find my pencil again. 48.35. In other words, you have a bunch of lower tops on fives, and you finally broke a previous five right here at 48.35. Worst case stop, low of the day, 13 cents below. Never got hit. And from 48.35 up over $1, I think $1.15 or something on 13 cents risk. That never got hit. So even though you could have thrown some darts today and done well on probably almost any stock, I'm still very proud of the fact that everything we called had a very tight stop and kept our risk down. And we had some other calls as well, but those are the highlights from today. I'm going to wrap this up, and hopefully it gives you an example of the type of low-risk trades we look for. Had a real big day in there today, and looking forward to tomorrow. Have a great night.